Was good. We got a new team on the field. We got this fat ass team, I tell you. How y'all doing today? We got Frosmoth on the team with ice scales. We got a regen core. We got Wheezing, which would be very fat. Of course, we have Skarmory on the lead as well. Yeah, how y'all doing today? Like I said, I'm doing fine. Finally better from all that sickness crap that I've been dealing with over the last week or so. So glad we have that. And of course, we're facing off against a team that is pretty scary. Let's go Mariana. They know that. We have a bulky Skarm at 317, 416 special defense. But whatever happens, happens, they say. They go Trailblaze, doing barely any damage. We are lefties, so that's fine. There's spikes. I'm gonna go for another. I'm gonna go body press in case they crunch. They do barely anything. This Skarm is fat as hell, and we are definitely gonna roar them out. I'm gonna see how much def to get rid of our lefties. That's fine. Yeah, so they spiked up. I got roost up. So let's see. Let me see. I'm gonna go another roar real quick. Let's see. Got that at least. Got that roar. I'm gonna go for roar out. Let's see the spikes chip. Let's see roar and bop. There's Raichu. We are definitely gonna go for definitely an Ursaluna. As you see, we are mixed Ursaluna somehow. This is Electro Ball. Basically, that is not an idea you probably want. So I'm gonna go for a. Let me see, do they have a flying type? No, they don't. So I'm gonna go Earthquake real quick as a psychic, doing nothing because it is a bulky 591 AV. Right, Ursaluna. So that's crazy. And look at that right there. We're gonna go Blood Moon as a Leech Seed, as it barely does anything. Goodbye, Ludicolo. And look at that right there. I'm gonna go Ho-Oh real quick. Wait, hold on. I got better. Uh-oh. There's Rain Dance. Okay, so there's Rain Dish. So is Fat Ludicolo. What I'm gonna do now is go into my Wheezing. Of course, it's 372 defense. Let's see, neutralizing gas. Get rid of that Leech Seed. Yeah, there we go. So I'm gonna go now is I'm gonna Strange Steam up a Weather Ball. So this is definitely not So it's definitely not that type of set. So I'm gonna go to a Will-O-Wisp real quick. A Weather Ball again, barely doing anything. A Will-O-Wisp. We get hit by the Leech Seed. What I'm gonna do now is, since I know they're gonna get walled and they got burnt, now I could literally just beat them out no matter what. So yeah, so let's see. There's Rain Dish. Let's see, in their Weather Ball. Critical hit does 26, which is scary. It's Quiver Dance. Let's see. Sunny Day. Oh, I see what you're doing here. Well, we are faster than you guaranteed. Bug Buzz is going to knock you out. But you realize you goobed. Because there's Macargo doing that spikes damage. And you realize it's over. Of course, look at this. Frosmoth is going to knock out the Macargo. Look at that right there. There's Gengar doing nothing. And the rest of the team is going to get absolutely obliterated by Bug Buzz and Ice Beam. Which is kind of the funny part. That's why I did this, in case they go Curse Body, which they were not. And now they get forfeit on the game. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Pretty funny on that. We'll be right back on another game and show off how this team is so fat that it could literally crush any type of team like this. And we'll be right back on that front. Let's get it. I see a Koraidon, a Nuzleaf, a Comfey, a Cyndaquil. Oh, this is scary, alright. I'm going to go this, since they have no defog, and I'm to go Koraidon, which is scary. We are 30 in case they're going to go Flare Blitz. I'm going to spike up real quick as a Flare Blitz. 30. Yep, let's see. Do you get burnt? No, they do not. There's lefties. And what I'm going to do now is I am going to go Ho-Oh in case they do go Nuzleaf. Ooh, nice. So let's see, that is 240 times, basically, this is basically 120. It's about 372 times 2, so we have that. I'm a Brave Bird in case they, unless they do a rock move, which I don't think Nuzleaf has a rock move. So we're gonna Brave Bird up. That's gonna knock out this Pokemon. Plus, it doesn't. Well, There's knockoff. Oh, that's scary. And his life orb, so you can knock it out. But we do have a thing where they have no rocks, except for Deoxys. They go Cyndaquil. Let's flash fire. So what we do now is go back to Scarm. Let's see. At the sacrifice and the eruption. That's scary. So it's 251. That's about a little bit faster. We are guaranteed faster. Well, we are assault vest on this mon. So we have this. And we got Lola Mola as well, so we do not mind. We're going to go Earthquake as a Terra Fire Eruption. Doing 59, which is a scary sight. But we do knock out the Cyndaquil, which is very nice. Now they go Koraidon, trying to go for a close combat. I can easily go into Ho-Oh because that's going to barely do anything. Let's see. U-turn, like I thought. And now they have this, and they have Deoxys, regular Deoxys. Which I think... I don't know if attack is going to work in that situation. Probably because it's 100 defenses. That's why they probably used it. What I'm going to do now is go Ursaluna in case they go for another attack. They go Stealth Rock. I see. That's your way of beating Ho-Oh. Okay. So you are a little bit bulky. I am going to go for Body Slam. Let's see. Psyshock doing barely anything. It does paralysis, right? No, we do not, unfortunately. I see Psyshock doing that. So I'm going to go now into Frosmoth since I have boots. And now this team is absolutely going to get cooked. Let's see. Quiver Dance number 1. Do we have a rock move? Psyshock. That's going to be super scary on that front. And they realize they're most likely cooked because this is faster than the Koraidon. Comfey is definitely going to be in an uncomfortable position. And finally, Vulpix is going to be knocked out. So what I'm going to do now is Bug Buzz on the Deoxys. It's going to not knock it out. But do they have a rock move? They teleport. Nice. So they have Koraidon get hit by another spike. Let's see. And in case they go for Flare Blitz and everything, I'm going to go Terra Ground and I'm an Ice Beam. Let's see. We are faster than the Koraidon. There is no way. The Comfey. That's going to be a super scary sight. I am the Ice Beam again. Doing stab damage. 49% on a growth. That's scary. I am going to go Ice Beam again. I know they're... Well, do I go Terra Ground? Ice Beam is probably the best move. And basically we have Giga Drain, which is a scary sight to see. Because, there's that. Let's see. That's nice! So they got rid of Triage. Deoxys gets knocked out. And another Frosmoth sweep. This is why Joey did it for the first mod. It's so broken. Oh my goodness. We'll be moving on to another game. We'll be right back. And look at that Frosmoth being fat as hell. I tell you. And we'll be right back, baby. We'll get it. Right, so... There we go. We got Zoroark. We got that. We got Magearna, which is fast as all can be at 372 speed or a little bit faster. We got the Magearna Morgrim, which is the Grimmsnarl pre-evolution, Deoxys, and all that. I'm gonna lead Scarm up again. They have no spinner, which is probably a big flaw in most of our teams. No defogger, no spinner, no hazard remover. And as you see, we're gonna go spike up on the Deoxys. They go and taunt me. I do not mind. As I can go into Lola Mola. It is going to be fat as all can be. They knock me off. I do not mind. As they are probably more of a mix set. As they go Stealth Rock. I do not surprised on that. Let's see a burn. No, we do not. Let's go for another Scald, which will be not surprising. Let's see. And boom. There's a burn. So that means they are knockoff, taunt, spikes, and all that stuff. I can flip turn since now I realize the Wheezing, the Wheezing can wall the hell out of the Deoxys. And that's kind of one of the main things of why I think it's pretty nice. So, yeah, let's see what you do from there. So flip turn will get the damage off. I know knockoff ain't gonna do much. They're thinking about contemplating and stuff. Let's do this. They go Ludicolo, and it's Illusion on the Zoroark. Nice. So I'm going to go Wheezing. We are Boots. That's why it's so fat. And we have the Illusion. Nope, we do not. We have Black Sludge, right? Yeah, we do have Lefties. Oh, yeah. With Lefties because of Terra. They trick. I do not mind. They see Black Choice Specs is fine. Get rid of the hazards on my field. And now I can go into Scarm real quick as they are Lefties. And I'm basically Choice Specs. Let's see. Yeah, I'm stuck on Defog. Let's see what we can try to do from there. And Let's see, there's this special attack boost. This is definitely nasty plot. I am gonna go and roar out them on. They go, oh, 48% on that. That's nice. So they go Migirna. I am gonna roost up the damage. Let's see if they go Volt Switch out. So the trick, nasty plot, flamethrower, and the last move I think they have is going to be a beautiful. What's it called again? A beautiful, and I say beautiful in a context, a beautiful thing called a Shadow Ball. So it means they have no normal resist, they have no nothing. And now since the Ox is here, 394, 438, I'm going back to Lola Mola as they taunt me, which is amazing because that's kind of one of the points why I've done this. And I flip turn on the Deoxys. Let's see how much damage. Doing 16% on a Rocky Helmet. This is definitely a fatter Deoxys. I'm going to go back into Scarm. Let's see the burn damage after this. Let's see. Do I get Lefty's chip? Let's see. Yep. It's going to burn down to 19. And I just go back to Lola Mola just to get another hit. Right? We get another knockoff. They taunt, amazing. So it's kind of like more stalling a little bit. And that's why this team is so fat. And it's like, why are we doing this? So we got this down. We got rid of the Deoxys. We flip turn out to the Wheezing. But I've got a better idea. We got this on Ludicolo. It's going to do some damage. So I've got a better idea. I'm going to go to Frosmoth real quick, as they are going to be a very fast Mon. With definitely 394 speed. But I think if we Quiver Dance up a few times, we definitely win the game. We are Ice Scales, and if they do go for their boosted water moves and it's a waterfall and everything, that would be something scary. They go Morgrim, I'm the Quiver Dance up. They taunt because they're Prankster. Okay, that's fine. We go Ursaluna in case they do something real quick. 1, 2, and let's see. The light screen, not surprised. And then I'm a Body Slam. Let's see if they reflect. Because that's going to be some scary sight. I know they probably will have to deal with. They're going to Parting Shot or they need to deal with a Body Slam. They Parting Shot like I thought, and now they're going to get completely obliterated by the Ludicolo. Swap in, which is Zoroark. Let's see, Paralysis, right? We do not get the Paralysis. I am going to go Earthquake on this Mon. Let's see what you're going to do. Yeah, so we got this, and that's going to be a 26% Earthquake on a nasty plot. I am going to continue. I'm going to see if I can fish a Paralysis as we are AV or Saluna. Let's see. You get a fish of Paralysis because this is not Covert Cloak, and I'm going to be RBYing this Pokemon. You know what? If you don't know what the whole idea of RBY is just basically playing the game of Body Slam, Body Slam, Body Slam until something works. As you see, they tried doing it, 29%. Let's see, Paralysis. Amazing! We do get that Paralysis off on the Zoroark. I do not care. We do knock out the Zoroark with one turn left of Light Scream. They go Morgrim. I am going to go for another Body Slam. They go try to reflect because they're scared, whatever. Let's see. And they realize I am going to be something scary. So they know I am physical. Let's see. And, Body Slam doing Paralysis, but we do not have that because it's not a thing. It's viable. I'm going to go Wheezing in case you're going to do something about it. Let's see. You're going to Swords Dance up. Oh my goodness, that's scary. We are neutralizing gas, but I am in a Will-O-Wisp. Let's see. Earthquake. Ah, we lose the game. Unless we do this. So, Terra Dragon and we'll roar out the Scar. We'll roar out the hands. So the only thing that can really hit this Mon is doing something. But we are Terra. Let's see how we're going to do this. Let's see. Yeah, so. How are we going to do this? I'll roar it out. Let's see how we're going to roar this out real quick. Terra Dragon, Supercell Slam, doing nothing. And that's going to roar out the Mon. And it's amazing because that's why we roared it out. Let me see. I'm going to roost up in case they do something about it. And we're at 316. And look at that right there. That's amazing because we do get rid of the hands, which is scary with a boost. And of course, we're boosted. Yeah, booster energy. Goodbye. And now you're gonna get hazard stack. Let's see. Let's see. Morgram doing 13%. I'm gonna spike up again. Of course, you're gonna taunt me. I'm gonna go for a body press on this move. Let's see. And that's 15% on the rip. So what I'm gonna do now is go to Ho-Oh. Let's see. And then go for Morgram. I'm going to go for that. I am going to go for a Sacred Fire and go for a potential burn. Because burning is probably our best move. Let's see. Who's going to come out now? They go Ludicolo, getting that. It's Heavy Duty Booty. Let's see. Burn. And that's a burn right there from the Ho-Oh. That is right there. And that's why it's broken. So now we know we can wall out this with Scarm. And they go Iron Hands because they're trying not to do this. They do it. I go back to my Scarm. Sure, we get hit by the rocks and the spikes, but we can roost up the damage. Let's see. They go Drain Punch. That's going to do 20%, which is barely anything. We're going to roost up. Let's see. And now there's 4 turns left of that. And now you can just spike up for the last hand. And look at that right there. We're going to roar out again. That's the case they do that. So we're never letting them get them down to their belly drum range. So do that. Morgram's back on the field. This is going to do another 12 or so percent. But we're going to go a Lola Mola. That's going to be a taunt situation. Let's see. We got Heavy Duty Boost get knocked off. A taunt, I do not mind because this is a slower game. I'm in a Scald. And whatever happens, happens, they say. We burnt the Ludicolo. You know what? I'm going to flip turn just in case. Let's see. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go Ursaluna real quick. Let's see. You're going to go for a parting shot, right? Let's see. Are we going to party shot? Let's see. And I'm an Earthquake and they reflect. Let's see. Damage. That's going to do 17%. That's going to be, of course, 6 turns to life screen, 7 turns of that. So this is definitely a scary sight. I'm the Blood Moon. Whatever comes in, comes in. But, you know what? I'm an Earthquake again. You know what? Nah. Let's RBY it. Let's be funny. Let's play some RBY. There we go. And now we body slam for about... Oh! A crit 35! And that's going to KO the Iron Hands. Magirin is now back on the field. I'm going to go one last Earthquake because I know hazards are going to knock me out. And I don't have anything with that. They shift gear or your weakness policy. Yeah, so I'm going to go for another Earthquake real quick. Let's see. There's a thing with Draining Kiss. We do Earthquake again, doing 26%. They still don't realize that the power of this Ursaluna is there. And now they absolutely are goobed. They're so hard, but they're goobed now because we do have them on in our Frosmoth. There's the thing. We have that. There's Shift Gear. I'm going to go for Quiver Dance. The only move they could have is either a fire move or they Calm Mind. I'm going to go for Quiver Dance because this is definitely a war of attrition. They do that. They do ×2. They do ×3. And if they have Iron Head, then that means we're goobed. But I'm just going to keep on boosting. They keep on boosting themselves. They're 3. I'm 2.5. So this is the end game. This is the end game we're looking for. There's number 3. Let's see. And look at that shift gear number 3. And now we're going to go for number 4. Let's see. And you go for that last Calm Mind boost. And there we go. Now it's a war of attrition between myself against Magirna. Look at that right there. Now we wall them, and now they wall me. So basically, my plan now is to freeze this Magirna. Because Terra Blast normal is not going to work. We have that coming through. Let's see, 20% on that. Then shift gear going to ×4 speed. We're going to keep on ice beaming. We are faster somehow. We're going to keep on ice beaming. Okay, that's scary. That is super scary. Hopefully, we get a freeze, right? We do not get a freeze. Unfortunately, we do lose against the Magirna because they're going to absolutely sweep me. But that's the GG's. And we did get a first loss. But I'm happy we got our first loss from that. Yeah, so there you go right there. There's Scarm doing hit by the hazards and stuff. We can roar out, but I mean, they can try, but I mean, yeah, so it's crazy. So that's so crazy that we lost because of that. Yeah. We don't have a thing to knock it out. Yep, they heal up, and I got Lefty's chip. They're saying rip because that's gonna absolutely get destroyed. And do we get the thing with that? I'm gonna wish up to sacrifice myself, and boom, that's a crit 55%, 75%. Let's move on to our last game. This is gonna be a lot of fun. So let's see what we can do from there, baby. Let's get it. All right, we got our last game, and it seems like we've got a spinner on spinner. I tell you that one, it's a scary sight to see, they say. What our last mon's gonna be? We never know what's gonna happen. So let's see. Mm-hmm. See, Quaxwell's their spinner. So the end game is Clodsire. So I'm gonna lead up as Skarm. Let's go Koraidon versus Skarm. I'm gonna go for a spike up. Let's see, and we're gonna have for 317. Let's see, that does about 23% at max. Let's see, they Swords Dance up, not surprising. Let's see, spike, and then just roar out. They go Koraidon. That's 30. Do we get a burn? No burn, and we get rid of the Koraidon with that entire thing. Of course, Clodsire is gonna get. We're gonna wall the Clodsire, so we're roost up. Let's see, and they got Earthquake, right? Yep, there we go. And we're not gonna heal again because they're probably gonna think that we're gonna heal. We go Quaxwell, which is heavy duty booty. Let's go for a roar out against a spin. No, I'm gonna body press real quick. That's wild. Let's see, that does about 90%. Yep, they do that, and we are faster than the Quaxwell. The sad idea is we don't have knockoff, so we are going to be fat. We have bulk. They're basically physically defensive. They flip turns, so we have that at least. We go Koraidon. Let's see. They are heavy duty boots. That's a scary idea. I'm gonna go Ho. Excuse me. I'm gonna go Ho. They close combat, doing 31%. Let's see. And what I'm gonna do now is I am gonna go for a Brave Bird in case they Terra Electric. Okay, that's gonna be that. So their CC close combat Flare Blitz. Let me see here. That's gonna be a scary idea. We can wall this Mon, but we have to wait a couple turns. So my idea is we're gonna go into Wheezing real quick. We're neutralizing gas, even though we get hit by rocks. I am going to defog on this. Let's see, Clodsire, that's fine. Get rid of the hazards on our fields. And we get Lefty's chip. I am going to go for Will-O-Wisp. Let's see. And boom, burn. They rock up. I'm going to defog on the Quaxwell. Yep. And a Will-O-Wisp on the Quaxwell as well. I'm not surprised if they go for knockoff, but I don't think they do that. Let's see, defog. Yep. And we're going with Lola Mola. Let's see. And look at that right there. There's a flip turn on the Koraidon switch, most likely, right? Yep, they go Koraidon. I'm going to flip turn as we're going to go to Wheezing. Yep. I have an unaware mon. That's scary. So we're going to go to Skarm real quick. We have no hazards, no nothing. So my idea is this. We are going to go Terra Dragon. We're going to go for a Roar. Let's see. And you go Flare Blitz or Thunderbolt. Nice. You go with Thunderbolt. I just knock you out. You go Quaxwell. You get walled. I'm going to go for a Roost. Let's see damage. Let's see. And you Encore. Nice. So we're faster than that. I can go into Alola real quick. Let's see. And now they could probably force go to Koraidon. So now their only real move is going to be that. They're go Flutter Mane, which is another good bad and boosted staple. I'm going to go flip turn just in case and Calm Mind. So the good news is we're going to go Ursaluna. That's going to heal up the Ursaluna back to full. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go for a Body Slam because that's going to hurt. Let's see. Doing myself against the 25%. There you go. And I'm going to go for another Body Slam because that's another immunity we could drop down. Let's see. Boom. Doing 51% on the crit. And now we just go Earthquake on the 25% thing. Boom. There's a KO on the Flutter Mane. So we got that down. So now we have a Koraidon. We got a thing to do that. And we got a scary idea. So if they close combat to knock me out because they can't do that, we'll do this. They go Quaxwell. I'm not surprised on that. I'm going to go Alola Mola. I was going to go Wish Up and then go for Ursaluna again. Let's see. Encore. Nice. So let's see if we're faster. They go Clodsire. I'm going to go you and then go back to Ursaluna. That would be something wild. They say they're toxic on me. I don't mind, as we do get a full, almost all the way wish. As we are going to go for an earthquake on the Claw, doing about 64% on the rocks. And now we are going to go for a body slam on a swap on Quaxwell. Nice. So we get that. Do we get paralyzed? Yes, sir. Okay, so we're going to go back into Lola Mola. Let's see. No flip turn. Are they going to Koridon or they go Claw? They go Koridon. So let me see here. Do we get knocked out by that 50% chance to get KO'd? I don't mind doing the 50%, 50-50. We do get the 50. No. We get the 50. Oh, we're so goobed. But we got Wheezing real quick. Let's see. Neutralizing gas. Even though that we are going to go Will-O-Wisp. Let's see. They go Clodsire. I do not mind. As you get 5% now, I am going to go for this. Knock out the Claude. Boom. That's 4 versus 4. We lost our regen. They lost their stall mons and their power mons. Now they have paralyzed. Quaxwell. We got Skarm, which is a scary sight to see. They go Lunala. I don't mind going for a default as they go for agility or something, right? They go Moonguy's Beam. That's going to do 34%. I am going to go into a Will-O-Wisp real quick. Let's see. And that's going to burn the Lunala. As they go Calm Mind, I don't mind doing this. Get rid of the Ursaluna, most likely. They go Moonguy's Beam, which is a scary sight. But we do get rid of that. We have a Calm Mind Lunala. We're going to do that. And no heals, which are going to go Body Slam. Let's see. That's do 32%. Nice. And now we just, get rid of the possible Lunala idea. We're going to go for another Body Slam unless they go Moonlight. Yep, they do that. And we get Shadow Shield Chip. Let's see. So now we could possibly get rid of that. And we have Quaxwell to literally just beat off from. So we got that through. We are going to go for triple spikes. Let's see. Number 1. There's that. Oh, yeah, I forgot. We're not defensively good anymore. Let's see, we're going to go for number 2. Let's see spikes and we get this. So our main mon now is to fully sweep with, what's it called? Fully sweep with this. I'm going to triple spikes up. Let's see, and let's go for a roar. That's fine. Now they have Moonguy's Beam. They have that. So they have no spiker. They have no rocker. So I'm going to go Frosmoth. Go for a Quiver Dance real quick. Let's see, number 1. A Moonguy's Beam. Goodness! We lost the game. We lost it. That's GG's. That's GG's. But yeah, I'm going to end off the video right there. I mean, this is kind of a good run with bad and boosted. We had some good things. We had some bad things happen. But I'm just glad that we got it all done. So we got that through. Let's see. Burn. I'm going to paint split since we're guaranteed faster. There we go. 29 versus the 53. And then we get KO'd. So I'm in off right there. Sure, we had some good times. Sure, we had some bad times. But I had a lot of fun playing with Frosmoth and completely sweeping teams. But yeah, I hope you're having a nice one. Y'all stay safe and Bandito out, baby.